everyone. Welcome to Bikes, Berms, and Brews. I'm Danika White.
And I'm Jessica Longname.
And we've got episode 4 coming in hot.
Season 2, episode 4. We're in. We're fully in second season.
I'm trying to put things down that I have in my hand.
Quietly.
Forget
How
that we're
quiet
on
can you do
video.
it? Everybody listen.
Everyone listen. Can you hear this? Oh, it might fall. Oh, we're good.
Oh, silent. That's falling before the end of the
we're
pod.
not.
No, leave it there. Let's see how long it takes. Make your bets now. At what minute will this fall?
We upgraded our mics this season.
Mm-hmm.
Big season move.
Yep. We
Big.
invested.
Oh,
There it was.
It fell. So if you heard that just a little bit, then the mics did their job.
If you didn't hear it at all, that means they're that good.
Yeah, hopefully they're that good. I'm just going to go in and just mute that whole section so nobody knows what happened. Hopefully it shows in the video.
Yo, yeah. Maybe they saw it fall. It falls down
It
there.
fall between us. But yeah, we got Monday. It's bright and sunny. You had a great analogy of what Calgary is for people that aren't from here. Something about how Charlie...
Oh, yeah. My analogy is Charlie changes bikes like the weather in Calgary changes.
We got crazy weather.
Crazy weather.
Mother
Saturday,
Nature, she's bipolar.
great. Like,
She's crazy.
having a time.
Yeah.
Like, what a roller coaster of a weather system we have. Saturday, plus 21.
Well, and we can even start with Friday because we had Berms and Friends.
Oh, yeah. Friday, wind. Couldn't even set up the tents because it was too windy.
I was so dusty.
so dusty.
And you know what? Freaking girls still came out
Still showed up.
for an off-bike hangout.
It was so fun, too. It was like, those cinnamon buns.
That was a great time.
God damn.
Husqvarna Motorcycles, from their beautiful support, we got to get some like trackside snacks.
Yep.
So we got the Big Buns Club cinnamon buns.
They were good. I
were
didn't
a
think
hit.
they would be that good. I
were
like the
good.
size, like little
Trying
tiny.
to find like a little bite-sized
Sometimes they're too big. Sometimes
Yeah.
you get them like, by the middle. Like you want the middle. You don't want the outside. Get rid
No.
of the outside.
Yeah.
And that's what these little ones were. Just the little
Oh
middle.
yeah, because they're kind of like baked in a whole tray.
yeah.
So yeah, you got to come to Berms. You can have some
Ooh,
like
baby, they were
fresh,
good.
local, delicious treats.
Also, kombucha was pretty good.
Heck yeah, we had Happy Belly that's brewed right in Calgary.
That's pretty impressive.
And-
like how it? We don't need to get into
What?
how do you make kombucha?
Oh, I think it's like a whole thing of like fermenting teas.
I don't think we should get into
I
this.
thought you were gonna ask me how they found SurfinBerms. So this is me, I'm like waiting for that question. I'm like, I know it's coming. No, I don't know what's coming.
You can't predict this.
Can't predict this guy right here. This is crazy. It's crazy.
But that would be cool to see how they make it in Calgary.
Dude, yeah, we gotta go. I took a photo. They've got like they make it right there where I picked it up.
Really?
We should get a
so it's
little
like
tour.
a brewery?
Yeah, it's a
Same as a brewery?
it's a kombuchery.
Is that actually the name?
Yeah. They told me to come pick it up from the kombuchery. And I was like, oh, yes, please.
Oh, wow.
It was great.
okay, cool. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to go. Do
And-
they sell food there?
No,
Oh.
but we could go grab food after. Because
Okay.
it's right by the track. So you can go
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah, Happy Belly Kombucha. It's like 7 minutes away from the track. They got a little tap room. It's kind of like a
Ooh.
like a, I almost
So
said
you
it's
go
like a
there
brewery.
and drink it?
You can.
But
Like you
do
go
they
in there and like
encourage
grab cans. Like that's just like a little front setup and then you grab
so
it
it's
and
not
go.
like a pub.
But they have it on like tap that you can fill up your growlers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and delicious. And yeah, so the
Yeah, it was good.
the
A little
own-
hippie. I'll say that. But
and like you're
pretty
not
good.
and you're not hippie.
I'm not for the hippie. And
Yeah.
I would.
You drank it.
I drank the whole can.
Shocking.
Didn't dump it out or anything on the ground. I swear I actually did.
Yeah.
That sounded like I did, but I didn't.
No,
I
you-
drank it all.
yeah.
It was a great little sip.
A little sippy.
Like I was like sitting there and had it in my cup holder in my new Husqvarna chair.
Yeah.
And I was like, just like
Chilling.
little thirsty. Have a sip. And every time I was like,
While chatting with the
oh,
girls.
wow, that's not a Coca-Cola. But still good.
But yeah, it was good. So Happy Belly reached out to us because they have 2 daughters that have
Oh yeah, they were
little
so
bikes.
cute.
And they wanted to support Berms. They wanted to support the community builder ride. So
That was very cool. And the 2 little girls just like
adorable.
they'll be racing
KTM.
soon. I wonder if they came this weekend.
Probably in that heat to snow. I bet new spectators didn't really come out.
Yeah, it was a bit of a
Hopefully they come out for one of the next ones.
Yeah. They have like the perfect bikes to be racing.
They
like,
had a little KTM electric and a little Stasic electric.
yeah, all decked out. They had all their gear. They had everything. They were ready to race.
So yeah, we had definitely a little mixture at Berms and Friends. We had some new people that had never been to the track before.
Never been to the track before.
So that was rad. And then Gear Swap went off.
Yo, yeah, that was a hot spot over there.
Dude, people are so nice. They're just like dude showed up just to donate stuff.
Yeah, it's turned
Like,
into
thank you.
a bit of a problem.
Bit of a problem. Love the problem. My one bin getting rid of Danika's gear has now turned into two.
I don't even know why they make these bins this big. They are longer than our
arms
span.
ring.
Like you can't put your arms
You
around
and I,
them.
we couldn't carry them by ourselves.
We cannot move these bins. They're just so long.
They're so long. So when I say two bins, it's like
They're really like four.
we could hide some like people in them. They're that big.
We could for sure
you know
fit
what?
in these. We'll get in them.
We'll give a regroup for that
Yeah,
one.
we're definitely gonna. They're full. They're full of like brand new boots or like
Helmets, jerseys,
knee
pants.
pads, neck braces,
Dude,
everything.
And you know what was sick?
Hmm.
Did you notice some of the gear at the Super Series this weekend on the girls?
I did not.
Dude, there was pants from the gear swap
No
on
way.
some of the girls' jackets when it was cold. And I was like,
That is
heck
so
yeah.
cool.
Right
That's
there.
cool.
That's what it's about. So
That is the coolest.
So gear swap went off. Thanks everyone for
It's a
supporting
huge
that.
success. It might be slightly a problem for you, but it's a huge success for everybody else.
Great success. We'll keep doing it. I appreciate the love and support of everyone. Plus, when you see somebody come to a Berms ride and like they're just hanging out and they don't really know that you need all that gear, then they can just go run and grab it and then keep riding for the night.
It's the best. And it's not like a crappy gear swap either. It's not like somebody's like old raggedy gear. It's like sick gear. We were like switching the bins and stuff. And I was like,
There's some good stuff.
Yeah.
And like if you're not a lady and girl and you still need gear, like everyone's welcome to come to the Berms nights, hang out, swap that out. Guys have donated, like boys have come and grabbed that stuff. Like it's for people that need that gear.
Moto. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool little program you got going on there.
Yeah, so Friday was good in the crazy
bracelet contest or contest. It wasn't a contest at all.
Yeah, what did I call it? Berm ship bracelets.
Yeah, those are sweet.
That was
Those
so
are a
much
huge
fun.
hit. I wanted to get over there, but I was just so chatty in the little circle.
I know, and
I never made it.
I was
over.
making bracelets.
I
Like
know.
a madman.
I wanted to make bracelets over there. I wanted a Bikes, Berms, and Brews one.
I know. I think we might
Did you
just
make
have
one?
to. No, I made some for some two littles, and then I put the one that somebody Bretling made me. I put it on my bars for the weekend.
Oh no way!
I had the little friendship bracelet for the
we need to see
entire
a
time.
photo of that. That's
It was
cute.
great luck.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Did pretty good.
Yep. How was your racing? How was everything?
It went great.
First race of the year.
First race of the year. I had a little bit of nerves. I was excited.
Oh. How was the endurance through the motos?
Dude, I was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
Like I
threatened a little
said,
bit with no dog in you. You did get threatened.
My pit crew, Jess is my mom. Charlie's technically my dad. They were making fun of me saying I don't got that dog in me anymore.
She was barking out there.
Here's the problem. I get cold.
Oh, she
And Sunday was cold too. So it was I was shaking in my boots for that cold weather.
Talk about this step up.
Holy shit. So Saturday, the races. So it went from over 20. Like sunburn, we're dying of heat stroke. I put on
My neck is burnt. Like
redneck.
crisp. Full redneck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. It was hot
I
Saturday.
put on a vented jersey for my last motos.
Oh, that's why you came out with that. I was wondering.
I was hot.
It was hot.
I was gonna die of heat stroke.
was warm.
Sunday rolls around, negative degrees,
Snow,
rain, all of the things. I'm freezing, so I have like these mini mitts I put under my gloves. And I was like, oh, I'm so smart. Plus, I had my turtleneck merino wools on, and Harley Lawson called me an old person.
This is gonna turn into we're calling it Harley Lawson every episode podcast.
And I was like, oh,
This is the call out Harley Lawson segment.
I was like, how dare she call me old for wearing a turtleneck? And then I sat there and then I looked at the results today and realized that there's only 2 people in their 30s.
I'm gonna go with her on this one. She's right.
I'm old.
You're old.
They're all under 20.
You sent me that screenshot. I was like, yeah, glad I wasn't in that class.
Josie and I are the only ones in the plus 30 club. Anyways, what was I getting at? Oh, it was cold. I wore mini mitts under my gloves and I was like, oh yeah, I am being so smart.
Yeah.
I've got this. Dude, after lap 1, I don't know if the mini mitts made my hands too tight and then the cold made them so cold. I was like, I think I had rigor mortis. My hands did not move. And there's a step up on the main track that you need capabilities of a clutch and a front brake.
Yeah.
I just decided to start casing the shit out of it because I was not going to grab that front brake. I'm just quad on there. Jess was so offended. She's like, what is going on? I'm like, dude, I literally had to case the shit out of that because I wasn't braking. I was going to go over the berm.
I noticed you stopped doing it, and I was like, "What the heck?" She did that the first couple laps, and then suddenly she just stopped. It's not like the track changed.
Out of control.
It's frozen. It's not changing.
I couldn't even hit the inside ruts in some corners. I started going outsides on like ones that would take you like a million more seconds.
You couldn't slow down for the inside.
Fuck no, I couldn't use my clutch or brake. I was like, oh, I think there was one time, there's probably like 3 people that saw me. It was like off the start and I was about to go inside and I instantly just turned left and like, I made it like an S turn. It was like, I gotta go outside. I'm not braking here.
It was safe to say it's cold.
Yeah.
Too cold to be using the front brake and the clutch.
I don't know what to do
So
next time.
what happened with the second moto? I think it did warm up a little.
So I think once your hand, yeah, it definitely warmed up.
Yeah.
It was the warmest when it was snowing.
Like according to your phone or
According
like
to my
your feelings?
My feelings.
I don't think you can go out on a full limb there and say that.
According to my fingies.
Because it was raining before, and if it was colder then, that would have also been snow.
To be honest, I'm not a big science guy here, but I think it was warmer. I was warmer.
Were you in the trailer?
Yeah, I got real warmed up. Here's my theory. What was my theory?
Oh no. You were saying that it was the warmest when it was snowing. Why were you warmer the second moto?
Oh,
there it is.
My theory. Ding, ding. My theory is once your hands get like barfing cold, like where your just body wants to like go into death,
shock.
And then they're just fine a bit after that. Like you only have to go through that like excruciating pain once, and then you're good for
once a day or like once a year.
Oh, once like every 12 hours, maybe 8.
8 hours.
Because have you ever heard climbers, like ice climbers? Have you heard of the screamy barfies?
No.
Oh God.
Tell
Okay.
me.
So ice climbers, they're like they got their picks.
Yeah.
And they climb like ice waterfalls. So their hands are above their head all day.
Oh.
And they're above their head so long. And it's so cold out that when they get to the bottom, it might even just be regular climbing too. It's called the screamy barfies because they're in so much pain of the blood coming back to their hands. They just start throwing up.
What?
Yeah, I think I had that. No, I'm just
So if you haven't
I
gathered
didn't
this
barf,
from
though.
all of season 1 and now 4 episodes into season 2, Danika is a little dramatic sometimes.
You know what? It was more traumatic than dramatic. I personally think I'm a realist.
So did you barf?
Almost.
Not even close. She's eating burritos.
Okay, I didn't barf, but I was in a bit of pain. And then we
like
recovered.
1%.
Yeah.
You were fine.
It hurts.
I don't think that was a good enough excuse to not do that step up. Is what the moral of the story.
Next time you're going to see me just blow over the berm. I'll be like, this is
I would rather that. Look at that
Whiskey
dog.
dog. You'd be like, what is this sketchy guy? She don't got that dog anymore. She's blown over berms.
People were standing there
100
all day too, and I was like, bro, that is a berm.
You know-
People are gonna go over.
Hot tip.
What?
Don't stand behind a berm.
Don't
Ever.
no berms. Like
Even if there's a fence to stand behind
Yeah.
a berm, decide not
people
to.
are gonna think of me. Okay, dial in the risk versus the reward.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I
That's
do.
a nice way to put it.
Yeah. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But it's always like very cautious. Like I instead of like closing the both eyes, I like watch through. Like I'm watching and have the camera set up.
Well, and you're shooting. Like
Yeah,
you,
like, this
you
is me
have
while-
like infield
for
credentials.
the shot. Yeah,
like
this
you're
is
like
for the shot. As a fan, never stand there. I'm
No.
saying as like a photographer, videographer, whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta analyze it. Like, okay,
And you do got to be careful. Like bikes are
yeah, very
we're out of
dangerous,
control.
bro. Supercross this year, some guy got smoked, leg dicked.
And like sucks.
Sucks.
You don't want to be that.
You don't want to be that
No.
guy. I don't want to be on the news being, this photographer got hit, and especially a girl. Why would
Yeah.
she be on the side of the track?
Yeah.
God forbid.
God forbid she's out there.
God forbid she include herself in this sport.
Especially media. What is she thinking?
What does she think she's doing?
So yeah, you don't want to get hit by a bike.
Don't get hit. Don't
People
stand.
are out of control.
Pay attention. Never have your back towards the bike. We've seen a lot of that this weekend, and I'm just
there
getting a
is-
little worried.
If there is tire tracks anywhere you're standing,
Anywhere. Yeah, bad sign. Bad
That's
sign.
first
Look
clue.
at the berm. Look at the berm. Look all the way around and see if there's any like spots where somebody came over. And 99% of those berms at Wild Rose have that spot.
somebody has to come over.
Don't stand there.
It's funny because even Nick Collins in the pro class, did you see him blow off the berm? It was after the mountain's edge. You jump the mountain's edge and you go through, and then there's
oh yeah,
that
that's a hot
left-hander.
spot. Yeah.
And guess what his problem was?
Couldn't feel his hands.
Hands were frozen. Couldn't
Yeah,
find his front
barfy,
brake.
scarfy, what'd you call it?
Screamy barfies.
Oh, I was close.
Hands were frozen. So yeah, it happens to all of us.
Don't even start.
See, I just didn't go over the berm though.
No, you just so much more
I didn't get to join the SpecMoto fail army of the day.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was just that line there. So what we're talking about is Chase kind of whoop, right off the side of the track.
Yeah. So what
And,
moto would that have been? Junior?
The last.
So Jess literally got on film on Sunday on the main track.
Yep.
You go around, you could do the over under on the main track, and you're kind of like an off camber turn to a table.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably just like blew out the berm, hey, and went off the side.
No, the berm kind of like instead of it being like a nice flowy like whoop, it went like
Oh, it kind of had a
like
hook.
whoop. And then you kind of hop back on the track.
Yeah.
But he kind of did the full, like I'm just making sound effects. He kind of rounded it out. And if you rounded it out, you ended up straight into the bushes. And that's exactly where he went.
And he went
I've
straight.
never been down there. That is deep.
Dude.
I had no idea that
It's
was
a
on the other
drop-off.
side. It is just straight down and then just like bush. And like I went down thinking like fully, I was like, I'm going to impress this kid. I'm going to get this
We're going to
bike
hill
out.
climb this thing up.
Zero, like I was like, just gun it and I'll just like lift
it.
the back and like
It's
we'll
straight.
just flip it right up.
Yeah.
And he was just like, wow, 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 like trying to. And I'm like, I had the back wheel up like in the air and I'm like trying to like drop it to like make it catch and go up. 0%. I literally
And
was like,
did his dad,
Nope.
Les Nemeth, just manhandle that thing up there?
no, bro. It hooked up to the 4-wheeler.
They dragged it.
Winched it up.
I thought in the video he just like lifted the whole thing up there.
Look, watch it again. At the end,
was
I
hooked up?
like showed Paul pulling it up with the.
I didn't think I saw it.
yeah.
They did have to winch it out.
Oh, they winched it out. There's no way anybody could have got that out of there. It was even with the winch, Les had struggles. Like it was
Didn't
tough.
one of the girls in WMX bike go over?
I don't know.
In the
I've never
national,
seen that
no?
before, but maybe.
I know like a couple. I know in that exact same spot, Jolene Clark's bike in like just a regular Super Series went off over it.
Really?
And I don't think she went with it. Like I think just bike. My dad has went down the other cliff.
No way. Oh, by the international?
Yep.
That's
after
what
the
Paul was like
international.
saying as he was like pulling up. He goes, "Yo, happens all the time." And I was just like, "Why don't we change
like, well,
something?"
Yeah, no, my dad blew off that side. It's steep.
It's steep.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was on
It's
the
like
other
when
side
you
of
go
there.
to a track and you're like, "Woo, you don't want to overshoot this berm."
And luckily, like he was like he knew he was going over, so he kind of like rode it out
It was
good.
like,
But it was like, oh,
But yeah, but you got it on video of it actually happening.
like dipping out. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, like I was filming him, and like usually you hit the jump, and I keep following, and then suddenly he was just gone, and I was like,
you're like, "Oh, that
where
was
could he have gone?" And then he was like out front, and it was like there was probably like 30 guys in that class, so to wait for everybody to go. So I don't know if he's on the other side, like in like under
Yeah.
the bike or something.
You're like
so
trying
I'm
to
like,
get through.
what do I do?
Was he just standing there when you got over
Yeah,
there?
he just was like,
He's like, I don't know what
I
to do.
don't know what to do.
Oh man, yeah. At least he was all good and just he rode
yeah, he was
off
fine,
after
yeah,
that. Bike
yeah.
was fine too.
Oh yeah, everything
Yeah.
was fine. It
We
was
had-
it was soft down there and everything, so it was fine.
Yeah, it was all
but it was
low-y.
deep.
So yeah, you don't want to be on the SpecMoto fails Monday
I don't know
fails.
if that was super professional to do, but I thought it was funny, and I just
Oh yeah,
I
I
just
think
needed a
everyone
little
loves
pick me
it.
up, yeah.
Especially if I had like a goober moment, I would want to relive it. They're all
yeah, I
funny
knew you'd want to
after.
see it. I like collabed it with him too. He accepted it so fast.
It's like, yep, that's me.
Done.
That's so cute. Everyone would love that. But yeah, the racing was tight.
Dude, pro class was sick.
Yeah.
That was Sunday. Saturday, and none of them showed up. They went enduroing.
Oh yeah, I guess it was still there. Well, Dodds was there on Saturday, so
Only
that
for
was
one
good.
moto though.
Yeah.
which was nice. He stopped by, said hello.
Yeah, it was good
Did
to
a
see him
little
out there
moto.
ripping.
Yeah,
He's going
fine.
fast too.
Yeah, he's going pretty quick. He's I like that kid.
Yeah.
I really do.
And Dad's great.
Oh, such a good family.
Yeah, that top kind of, what was it, 7? Probably like at first day top 4 to 5 were just super tight. And then Saturday was probably like top 7 were like
God,
there was
they
like
were
a
battling.
whole group.
Like usually in a pro class, like especially at the local level, like you know like who's gonna win. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like let's say AML, like Dylan Wright was there. It's like, yeah, Dylan Wright's gonna win.
Yeah.
This person's gonna get second. This person's gonna get third, and that's how it is. You could not predict.
And like a bunch
that.
of national guys were there.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's a very like it's a. You see these guys, and you're like, nobody could ever go faster on this
Yeah.
track than these guys are going right now. And then you think like, these are like mid-pack national guys.
Yeah.
Like the guys that are gonna come during like at the beginning of June are like quite a bit faster. Like, no offense, like reality, you know.
Yeah, but they're like,
but it's like, damn, how are they going to go any faster than that? These guys were ripping.
and then track's just gonna get crazier. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
we
rougher.
had Taryn Gerber, Clayton Schmucky. They absolutely battled T Parrott.
Yep. Birdman.
Apparently that's the CMXU podcast name for him. So great. And those guys like battled it out hard.
Yeah, like they were going back and forth and
Dude,
just like
right to the
clean,
end, like
fun racing
and
too.
over a 20-minute moto, just battling to the line.
That was the good thing too, is like there was a lot of lines on Sunday. Like the track did like
Yeah, they're
form
able to
well
like
for
cut
racing.
through. Yeah, and then right behind that, it was like Nick Collins, Charlie Johnson, Jared Allison, Danny Robertson.
Yep. I feel like we're forgetting somebody, but I can't remember who.
Right in the middle
that
there.
might be it. I think that's it.
Yeah, and then like Wyatt Hassel, and then I think there's a couple others in there too. But yeah, that like top group, it was crazy battle.
So
and like great
good.
spectating to watch.
Oh, it was so fun to watch. Like,
Yeah.
my video from it is kind of trash because it's like I was just watching. I was like, I like zoned out.
Well, and it's cool how it worked out. Like on my end, I don't know if they liked it. Well, they didn't have to get watered on Sunday. I was gonna say I don't know if they liked it because they got water, but how the pros, they did the intermission right after the ladies, so then the pros were after the intermission. So it was like kind of like national vibes, like seeing them do like a sight lap,
Yeah.
and like coming back up to line up. Like it was pretty cool to like. I was on the line just trying to help sweep gates because I was able to be there.
Yeah.
And it just felt like very like national feel because they were like all coming up and just like getting their gates ready and like
I didn't
big
go down
dogs
to the
in there.
gate. I wish I did now that you say that. I was
Yeah,
just in the
you
middle of the track
had to be
somewhere,
like way far away for that one.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked how they were like the first one out of intermission. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a bit more of a like
a second half.
Yeah,
like
and I don't think that was supposed to, like it'll be different this coming weekend because the schedule is different. But it was just cool from like my perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a flop schedule for this coming Super Series.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that they do that. Somebody doesn't get screwed over every weekend to be last.
That's usually it was like many of years was the exact same.
That's nice. I feel like other regions, like I feel like the schedule is the same in Atlantic my whole life.
Yeah.
It was like
Gotta
ladies
change.
class was always last.
Yeah. And you're like, I don't want to wait all day for
and I
this.
want to ride the freaking worst track.
Worst track of the day, sun setting. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
And then the worst was they would also run beginner like last moto of the day. And it's like, bro, that is not the class that should be running
they're
the roughest
exhausted.
track. Yeah.
Beginners have been sitting there all day and they're just like frothing to get out there. They've seen everyone just crushing it.
Yeah, this is not.
Well,
that's
then,
not
okay, so from our moto races, ladies class was stacked.
packed. So many riders.
So
that
we
was cool.
Yeah, we did have, like, there was the SOR event on Saturday, which we can talk about. But Sunday, we had Destiny come on out. She's hauling,
Ripping.
looking great on her Yamaha.
New number.
Yeah, new number 17. I love it.
I love that.
I told her I really love it because Sam Pookie, who I raced like my entire childhood with,
Yeah.
would always kick my ass with number 17. And I was like, it's good to see that 17 back.
Chasing that 17
Yeah.
again.
So that's sweet.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
she
I think
was
she'll
ripping.
do nationals for sure, right? Like
Oh,
she'd
yeah,
be
yeah,
confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see like somebody like that. Maybe get some like Blue Crew support at some point. That would be like Destiny would be a great one for that. She hauls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Blue Crew. Blue Crew, call Destiny. Blue Crew, call any female. Blue Crew.
But yeah, I would say that would be our top Yamaha female right now for sure, right? Especially in our,
Annalise, if like we heard the rumor that she might have retired, but she's up
which
there
would
too.
be, I would be so sad to lose her from our series. So hopefully, even if it's just like a year off or something, it would be, I want to see her at round 1, but we'll see. We'll have to confirm with her.
Yeah, we'll have to have a little chat there.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, so where was I getting at? Oh, the ladies class was back. So Destiny ripped. She absolutely shred 1-1 for the day. I got second.
a close second too. That second moto, you weren't far back.
Better than the first moto with the...
Well, because you couldn't feel your hands apparently.
Yeah, but everyone probably couldn't feel their goddamn hands, so I can't use that excuse. Yeah, second moto was better.
Maybe they had the heated gloves on and
Yeah,
you just
that's
didn't
what
get
I
the memo.
need. I need my snowmobile wear. I forgot about that.
Heated grips.
Shit. And then third, we had like, I think it was Callie Austin in the first moto, and then Josie Baller Mom in the... Like, come
Josie
on, Mom.
rips.
Absolutely rips.
She needs to go to Walton and
She's
race
a
out of that
sender.
class.
Oh, yeah. Come on. She's
man.
gotta.
She's a sender. She has motos that I'm just like, Holy shit.
And she loves hitting big jumps.
She gets so much style. Like she's just steezy.
Dude, I
off
literally
that
told her on the
international.
line, I was like, I wish that was what I love doing. Because she's just like,
Dude.
put a jump in front of me, I'm good. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I've seen you hit like massive booters in like Mach 10 wins. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
She can jump. She's
Yeah.
a great
It would be
rider.
sick. I wonder if she's going to line up for the national. That'd be sick,
That
mom
would
and
be
daughter.
cool.
Would that be the first mom and daughter duo in a national? How could it not be? Our sport's
Who
so
else-
young.
Yeah, who else could have done it? Like I can't think of
We
anyone.
gotta follow up with her this
That'd be
week.
cool. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
that's
yeah,
cool.
and then like we had a bunch of girls move up to big bikes this year for Calgary local.
Ooh, tons. There, it was the ladies B class was so many riders and so much battling. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like sometimes you see the ladies class and it's a little bit passive and everybody just gets that
That's
weird
cool.
little distance. But in that B class, they were just
They were just battling
shuffling
it out.
all over the place,
Yeah.
passing back and forth. It was really cool. Yeah, there was lots of them. And then on big bikes, like it's so
Yeah,
cool.
no, that was really cool, and especially you can like see them move up from like the SurfinBerms, like just like
Little
small
drones.
ripping around. Now they're all on like big bikes, and it's crazy to see. It's so good to
They're
see
coming
for the sport. Yeah,
They're
like
coming.
that young under 20. Like I can't wait to see what the next 10 years is going to bring from all these racers.
Yeah. Do you think with like WMX moto, like say guys like they kind of peak like 17, 18, that's
Yeah.
like these fast boys, like they're going to race
yeah.
nationals and stuff. I almost feel like the ladies class is a little bit later. Like you're
Yeah.
a little bit older when you're like going to do like
For sure. I
Kaylee
think you
Kerr is
almost like
kind of like at the
you almost
peak,
could
right?
get like two peaks. Like I
Yeah,
feel like you
yeah.
almost get that like young and dumb peak where you're like
Yeah.
you're like this means everything and I want to just go racing and like you don't need a job, right? Like,
Yeah.
you get that peak and then I
Yeah.
feel like you almost like you might still keep doing it or you take like a little step back from it, but if you keep riding it's almost like
that comeback's just as
you
fast.
like get like you're still getting faster.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Yeah, so you almost like can
It doesn't like plateau as much as I feel like guys. Like guys,
Yeah.
when you hit like 17, 18, you're pretty much like kind of that
like
speed
you're hoping
forever.
to be at that top,
yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah.
if you don't peak then it's like, nah, it's not very often that
Yeah,
you're
and I
like
guess they-
25
And I
then
guess
you
they
get
kind of
fast.
like drop off too, right?
Yeah.
Like it's cool to see people come back to it.
Yeah, I
Like
think
look at
that's more
Jared like
ladies.
coming back to it and he's like as fast as he was when he left.
Yeah, dude, that guy's ripping.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's like come back. If you left moto, come back and race.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But yeah, and then the girls class that had quite a few, like 8 girls in there too. So it was great to see the ladies and
Yeah.
girls show up.
The little ones, yeah, they were ripping too.
We could use more.
There's even a lot in the 50 class. It's like
Yes.
there's so
yeah, there's like the
many.
next little group coming up too.
Yeah.
But and then Saturday, some of the ladies didn't make it out to the Super Series because there was the SOR Enduro race.
Yep.
Which shout out to that top spot. Like they have a ladies pro class, so
It has
makes
a payout, correct?
yeah, so it
Yeah,
makes
it
sense that
does.
ladies are gonna head out to that, right?
Make that money.
Yeah,
I totally get that. I give them all shit. Like I gave Harley shit the whole time, just like because I love doing
because we
that.
gotta
But I get it. Go make that money.
yeah make
for
that money
sure.
and like you're racing for a pro championship. Why would you not, right? So
yeah, for sure.
and it was Shelby Turner's in town, so she won.
And any chance you get to race with her, you want to race with her.
Yeah, and then Destiny got second.
Yep.
Destiny Slingerland second. Kristen Broderick, who's on our like ISD Canadian trophy team, she got third. Harley Lawson fourth, and then Courtney Schmalley fifth.
Yeah, and I think the third and fourth was close too. Like I think Harley was
Like
going
close
for
on-
it. Yeah. Like
oh,
I,
that's
I
great.
don't really fully like. I don't
like
obviously
understand.
fully am invested in the whole off-road world, but it's like that would be so cool to like ride, come look at your lap time and be like, oh, I know I can gain on
Yeah,
like
like, try
this
and, like,
section
figure
or
it out.
whatever, and then try to go out and then come back and look and see if you did it, and then like I don't know.
And
if
I heard it's fun like in the pits.
Yeah, like
because like
between.
then you're like shit talking and like you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
get each other riled up and like you're
It's
both like
cool.
pumping each other up to try and like
Yeah.
get a little bit faster.
Yeah, that's definitely like a cool little setup they got there.
Yeah, if one didn't overlap, like
Is
maybe
there any?
in the
Have
fall,
you like looked?
it would have to be after nationals that I'd have to check. But that's the thing, like why wouldn't somebody from a ladies pro perspective race the Edmonton Riverside SOR race or come to the Calgary National on Sunday? You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see like what our turnout is. Like is
Yeah.
Destiny racing Saturday?
That's what I wonder.
SOR and
That would be really cool if she did that. And why wouldn't you?
but that's a long day and then 3.5 hours
she's
back.
young, full of piss and vinegar.
Oh,
She'll
for
be
sure.
fine.
Like that would be sick to see for sure.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool
Yeah.
story.
Very
like
cool.
that's like a Hayden Dupuis type thing to do.
Yeah, like they're just ripping
Like,
around.
just off road and moto, like full dedicated to dirt bikes. That would be cool. And like, I don't know what the Canadian Moto National's paying, but I'd be willing to bet it would
Dude, right?
pretty close.
Well, and you're showing up to the SOR and that you're getting payout for it.
Yeah.
That's like us being like, I think the race that I'm most stoked for, I think we even talked about this, is the Kootenay MX race.
Kootenay in the fall. That's going to be sick. I can't wait for that.
And there's one in June, right after Cold Lake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the one I agreed to go to?
No, I think you agreed to go in October, but I don't know if we agreed in June yet. We haven't thought that
I don't know.
far. I don't know, but I don't think there's anything that overlaps on your. Maybe I think maybe Drumheller overlaps. I could be wrong. There's a lot of races,
but there's
June.
also a U.S. race right after Cold Lake Ironman, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe you're gone to that one.
I don't know.
But yeah, Kootenay MX. They Jess Foster's the president out there at that track, and she pays the pro class and ladies class.
Yep,
and it's a fun track,
and it's equal pay too. It's not like it's like the girls get less.
Yeah, equal pay. Yeah, equal pay for equal play.
Riding, yep. Yeah, that's the funnest race too. It's so cool. The track is unbelievable.
So much fun.
No matter what, like if you're the fastest girl in the world or the slowest girl or the guy or whatever, that track is fun.
That makes me think of, okay, so we're leaving the track, Charlie and I, which day? It would have been probably Saturday because it wasn't that cold. And there's this individual riding a dirt bike, hoodie on, like goggle strap, like they were obviously new. Like, you know what I mean? They're like first gear, like not even chugging. And you look over to that person and you're like, that guy or girl is having as much fun as I just did on my dirt. Like, it doesn't matter how good you're doing, how fast you are.
No.
Like, it's
dirt bike.
It's so sick.
Yeah. It's very, I always love seeing that too, because it like sometimes maybe you get like in this like rut of like maybe like a little negative, maybe a little like sometimes
we get used to it. Like we're so deep in it that we don't really get to like look back at that.
And then you see somebody so stoked when they get into the sport. They're just like so hyped to ride, so excited. Like something my parents always did when we were younger is like they would always kind of take like a new rider under their wing, and we would always have somebody with us in our pits that was like racing beginner or something.
Oh, that's cool.
And just their stoke was always so high, and it was just like their nerves going into the first moto, and like they're getting ready for practice, and it's like their first time, and it's like that's cool. So like, and then we were like 10 and already have done it 10,000 times.
So you kind of get to like help this person. Do you kind of like mentor them a bit?
Yeah, and it's like it's just so exciting to see somebody go through that for the first time, where it kind of makes you excited too. It's like, what I'm doing is really cool. Like this, people would kill.
Dude,
to do
everyone
this.
that lined up, right? Like, this is so rad.
It is so cool.
And like I think there was a bunch of like first time moto racers as well too that showed up. So it's like that's a huge deal.
There's a reason when you run into somebody on the street that doesn't know moto and they're like, what do you do for fun or whatever, you get that like feeling of like, I race moto, or like, I'm involved in moto. And then they're always like, whoa, and you're like,
Well, and it's so cool because you get like racing, you get to push yourself in a different way. Like it is a lot of work to like wake up early, get your bike there, like do all your stuff, like have food. Like you're just like you want to sleep in.
Have food.
Have food that you want to eat, you know? Like it's a lot of work. You gotta pay.
It's a lot.
But you just push yourself so much further and you get to learn so many different things. Like I wouldn't have pushed myself that hard on a practice night. Like even going out with those vet guys, oh my God. They're crazy.
If it was that cold, would you have even ridden?
I probably would have froze to death and then got a hot chocolate. Like I would have done 2 laps and been like, I need
You wouldn't have done 2 laps. You would have woke up in the morning and be like, I'm not going to the track.
Hot yoga.
Yeah, hot yoga it is.
Hot yoga and coffee.
But because it's a race and there's points and you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta. You gotta.
You go case that step up every lap.
You just look like an idiot. Get roosted. Like it looks like I went paintballing this weekend. Like
yeah, Charlie when he took his shirt off was insane.
Like everyone's crazy. We're crazy, but it's fun. But yeah, so much fun. So it's cool to see that. Also, the thing that like made my heart so full, I don't know why I was down at Tim Hortons. Where was I going? It was like after one of the races. Oh, I went to go grab food after the Saturday race. So the track, we're up on the hill, and then you go down the hill, and like kids usually like walk through the trees down to Tim Hortons, which is wild because this Tim Hortons has been there since I was a kid. Like I remember being these tiny little idiots going there.
Yeah.
Dude, we drive by. There's like 20 kids. Like kids that probably should have adults with them, but they're not like on their dirt bikes or anything. They all walk down to Tim Hortons, and you get to see like it was like the cutest, like all the 50 and like 65, 85, and they're all just hanging out, throwing balls back and forth.
That's so funny.
Like that is,
I guess it's because it's like a double header, right? So they're staying the night there. So
dude, and that's the stuff they're gonna remember forever.
100%.
Like
100%.
enjoy yourself, kids. You know what I mean?
That's like a little note to the parents too.
Yeah.
All those parents I saw on the side of the track screaming. All those other parents, not to call anybody out, but like, oh, we spent all this money all winter to go do all this training, and now you're pissed that it didn't pay off, or the other way around, or whatever.
You just can't look at it that way.
That's not what it's about, man. I promise you. I do not remember. This is going to sound so cocky. There's a lot of trophies at my parents' house.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you a story about any of them. But I can tell you in Fredericton, jumping off those sand cliffs, trying to do flips, or going on the slide, or playing in the cornfield after the race, or like the double hitter races. Like,
and the stupid stuff.
Stupid stuff. I remember
Having
all that. I
fun.
remember beating up Eric, ripping his shirt like after the race. Like, I remember that.
Yeah. Kids getting into trouble again.
I don't remember the
learning
racing.
life stuff. Yeah. And they're just these are the buddies.
They're buddies. They're going to be friends for life, no matter what happens.
It's so cool. So yeah,
That's
that
the
gives
fun
me like
part.
the goosebumps talking about it, because I was like so hyped to see that. I'm like,
That's cool.
yeah, it just makes you like so stoked on the whole situation.
That's
right?
really cool. I feel like I had that moment last year at West K when I saw all those kids rolling away on the Surons. Remember? I was like,
into the sunset. You're like,
I'm
oh, the good old days.
That's good. I feel old.
Yeah, you're like, shit.
I gotta go find out what I want for supper.
Yeah, as we're just driving to go get food, it's like, damn, we used to be that kid.
Used to be fun.
But yeah, like you said, like people doing their first races. On the weekend there was like Emily won her first race ever. And this is one of the girls that just moved up to big bikes. First race ever.
No way.
One moto, yeah. So
I had no idea that was her first moto
Emily
win.
Hunter. Neither did I. She's like, oh, I won. I was like, oh, that's good. Like we're just like high fiving. She's like, and then her dad like yells, she's never won before.
I for sure thought she's won before.
Yeah, she was just like out of breath, exhausted. Like, yeah, so that was her first one moto win.
Dude, that is one person that got on a big bike and is impressive.
It's a big bike.
Holy guacamole, that girl is ripping.
Yeah. And like she's young. Like this is so great. Like stoke out your fellow competitors, because they're gonna just come up and get faster, you know?
Oh yeah, they're coming for you.
They are. I'm shaking in my boots.
You should be.
I am. Stop getting faster. No,
That's enough. We're ending serving Berms. No more girls.
Berms is canceled. They're getting too fast.
I'm creating a monster.
Yeah. It's been great.
That's cool.
No,
it is
super
very
cool
cool.
to
The
see.
ladies class is so fun to like watch grow, and every year it gets
Yeah, and I'm
faster and
interested to
faster.
see like obviously where that's going to turn out to be, and like how many more girls are going to race nationals, and like they're all just going to get faster and faster, and like it's and like obviously like we said they're down there training and stuff, like
yeah,
it's
lots
just going
of
to get
girls.
cooler and cooler.
Yeah, the biggest bummer is Bailey.
Oh, Bailey band cars. Yes.
When I came around the corner and I saw her with her little
One arm in a
shoulder
shirt,
brace thing on,
one arm out of her hoodie.
I was crushed.
Yeah, and she was training down in Texas all winter.
Yeah.
Probably was obviously
I
ripping
bet
because
she
she
was
ended the year
ripping
off very fast, like real fast.
Yeah.
And then she ended up hurting her shoulder the like first week at home, and now she's got to get surgery. Dude, it's gonna be
It's
like
not
a
good,
10 to 12 month thing.
I'd say get a second opinion.
Yeah, we got doctors. We got to get this figured out.
Yeah, that's the bummer of the weekend, I'd say.
because she won the Speed and Style Berms Award in the fall.
She
And
did.
she like hurt her ankle that same day, right?
Oh, yeah, we got to be paying attention for that stuff. Huh?
Yeah, we got Berms Awards coming up in 2 weekends. I know there's lots of girls.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah,
Lots of girls to pick from. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy one.
I know. And you're gonna be the eyes on the ladies and ladies B class. So
Yeah.
and we love everyone's input as well too. Like
Yeah.
if anyone has some like input for our Berms Awards, go to at SurfinBerms on Instagram, DM us, let us know.
Yeah. Nominate your friends.
Yeah, tell and like let us know why. Like obviously we're looking, but we love hearing people's input as well
Yeah,
too.
for sure. Sometimes we can't see everything.
Yeah.
Danica's out there racing.
I'm just coming up like looking at it like, oh god, she looks stylish.
Oh, look at that one. I like her gear.
Yeah, and the girls class too. Like I think with the flip schedule, it'll be better this time to be able to like watch a little bit more. I'm not sure where the girls class lands with ladies class or not.
I'm gonna say something that I have like no information on that I probably should have more.
Cool, let's go.
Charlie Cannon raced the guys class in Australia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Did you know this?
Charlie Cannon is the from Australia Honda rider.
Yeah.
Female rips. Won the Oceania FIM women's. It's like the MX of Nations for females.
Yeah.
Just first one this year.
Yeah. But I think they've had it for multiple years, but this is the
one's
first time that they really
like
put
did
in
a big
some
deal.
effort.
Like teams from all over.
Yeah.
Like USA sent their fastest chicks out there.
Like, yeah.
And she
waxed them.
She won by a lot.
She won by like a lot. Like they
like not
didn't-
just 10 seconds.
No,
Like I
like
thought it was like a 40-second
30,
thing.
Yeah, like close to a minute.
like cleaned up.
cleaned
So she
up.
raced the men's
She
national.
raced the men's Australian national.
Oh, and qualified and got into the mains and everything.
Yep.
We
See,
should
this
check-
is where I wish I knew more because I don't know how she did. She said she was bummed on her results and
Oh.
wants to go faster.
Oh, that's sick.
So that's like
we'll have to clip
got
that
the
in.
dog.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll put that in the show notes of how she did.
Because during that Oceania thing, it was during the Australian Nationals, and I was comparing the lap times, and she was top 10.
Oh, that's cool.
And they were like back-to-back motos,
Yeah,
so it's
go
not like the
follow
track.
this girl. Like she
Yeah.
obviously is a
Charlie
ripper.
with an I, not with Charlie Johnston.
I think it isn't it. Oh, like there's no E on the end.
Yeah.
Charlie. E.
Yeah.
With an Australian
dude,
accent.
she's fast.
Dude, that's sweet.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's
and
cool
like
for
really cool to
WMX.
see all the countries come in for one race to like you know what I mean? Like
For
you
that
like,
one, yeah, that
'cause
was
it's
cool
like
for sure.
Some countries have bigger media than whatever, right? So it's like you think these girls maybe are the fastest of the fast, and then all of a sudden they go to Australia and there's I didn't
Even
know
more
about
faster,
Charlie
yeah.
until this race.
Honestly,
so
me neither.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard WMX fan. And she, not only is she fast as fuck, she gets support because she is on, I don't know if everybody knows, Uriev's team, Uriev's Honda. So
Okay.
Urieve owns like Quad Lock Honda.
oh,
I want to say Firepower Honda, but I might be
so
wrong
would
there.
she be on a team with like a couple other riders?
Dudes, yeah. She's on the
Nice.
like quote unquote
Factory
factory
for Australia.
Honda Australia team. So like
Nice.
equivalent to GDR
Yeah.
in Canada would be that. And she's on that team. And then there's
Dang.
a couple other girls also on teams. So it's like Australia's WMX scene is
Big.
popping off.
Dude, that's
versus
sweet.
maybe our
Dang, that'd be cool to like go and like check out a race just to
would
go
be
see
cool.
it.
I know.
hey?
I've always wanted
We
an
should
excuse.
logistically figure that out.
I've always wanted an excuse to go to Australia, and that would be a good
That
one.
is a good one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, that MX's Nations things. That would
Yeah.
be pretty cool to send a Canadian team.
Dude, that'd be sweet. Like
Get Courtney Lloyd as our team
Yeah,
manager.
like 2026.
That would be
so
cool.
would Australia just be starting their national season right now, or is it wrapping up? Because like obviously weather's different than our weather.
I almost want to say that
It's
the
wrapping up.
FIM thing was the first round.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think.
So
I could be so
2026 it would probably be around the same time. Oh, would it be in a different country, or we don't know any of this yet for the FIM thing?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
don't know. Yeah.
We should like follow
Look
that
into
out.
it, yeah.
It'd be cool to get some like a
That would
Canadian
be
team
cool.
there, right?
That would be super cool. It would be very expensive, but it would be very cool.
Yeah, figure out where it's at, and
Yeah.
either way, even just to like go visit and check out things,
Yeah,
right?
cover it. Let's get some
Yeah,
WMX
bikes
coverage.
just connects the world, right?
Yeah, very much so. That's the coolest. That's
Yeah, you can kind of go wherever and find a group of people that you can just connect with, right?
Oh yeah, that's that. I always say that. Like literally, I've been anywhere in the world you go, you just go. Where's the dirt bike track? And you go there, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you're friends. And it's
Yeah.
like people can spot out if you're a moto person or not pretty quick.
And if you're there alone, they're like, they look like they might need to be talked to.
Yeah,
Come on,
that would be
in.
you, not me.
You're like, we're not talking to this person.
Yeah,
But yeah, and there's always like a local track or club or something that you can find. So
oh for sure.
yeah, that's great. That'd be
Motos
cool.
everywhere. Yeah,
We'll have to
it's
check that
definitely
out.
cool. That's
But
definitely
speaking of
fun.
women on teams and stuff, I think that's great to see, because obviously I think it's a huge marketing opportunity, especially in, I know we like touched on this before, but
Yeah.
obviously there's a whole category for it. So
Yeah, it's definitely like I think again we've probably talked about this before, but the
Yeah.
world of win on Sunday, sell on Monday seems to be fading. Like I don't think that's really it anymore. I think the whole personality thing comes into it. I think the whole like
Even for
social
like
media.
men's class as
even
well
for
too.
men,
100%, yeah.
And I would argue, probably to the day I die, that there are women out there that are more marketable than men. And I'm going to say this just because I'm going to say it without taking their clothes off. Do whatever you want to do, but I'm just saying there's also a market for female athletes to be ambassadors and whatever for the sport that will sell bikes more so than any dude racing.
Dude, let's touch on the Adams and Cerullo debate. Like, come on.
Hey,
Adam. Thank you.
What an MVP.
I wish he knew how much that just rocked everyone's day for that 24 hours.
He has no idea how much that means.
And
like, that's
helps,
insane.
And really helps what we're trying to say. You know how many people DM me after I like screenshotted his Instagram story and just put it on there?
That's the crazy thing of like AC saying that. The Reeds now have a daughter that's involved in it. Like them saying that. It's like, we've been screaming this from the rooftops for... I was thinking this weekend, I put that stupid wristband on and I'm like, damn, I put that on pretty good. It's all flush. And then I got thinking about it. I've been putting those fucking wristbands on for 28 years.
Oh my God, yeah. Like when you enter a track, those like janky ass, the ones that rip all your hair out.
Yeah. And then they get too tight when you're racing. You get the arm pumps. You gotta put it real loose. Like now I don't gotta.
You're like, oh, that was real nice.
Yeah,
I got it.
Ooh, that was good. And then like literally that means I've been yelling about WMX class for 28 years.
28 years.
And we're still going into round 1 of the WMX National. At least there is one in Canada, so there's a win. With possibly no girls on teams.
Well, and explain what Adam's story was.
So yeah, back to that, where that rant went.
But this is great.
Adam's rant, he kind of just went off and was like, why aren't girls getting like treated equally? Like WMX is also a thing. Like get in there.
Yeah, and then he compared, was it Caitlin Clark to LeBron?
Yep.
And he's just like, totally different players. They both deserve their own sides of the sport.
Exactly. And it was just like, he couldn't have worded, like everybody knows Adam is like a very articulate boy. Like he's very good at speaking. Like he's got that job for a reason because I don't know.
And respectable, obviously. Like he's got a huge reach.
Yeah, like he's done big things in moto and stuff. So it's like he knows what he's talking about. He's not wrong. And then he also knows other sports too. Like he's not one of those guys that like I'm only moto.
For sure.
Like it was just so
yeah, you're
cool
just calling out that it's like it was pretty much WMX needs more eyes on it, support. It's a real thing.
Yeah, which is like
great to see.
I'm excited to see what happens from it because I bet like we got like when I shared it, I got a lot of DMs and you said you did.
Yeah.
So it's like I wonder how many DMs he got, and I wonder if that leads to anything like with him involved with WMX. Imagine if he called the races.
Oh my God.
Because the races,
I would go to that race.
That would be cool as fuck. Because the WMX races are on Friday. It would be a big ask because he's a busy guy and
obviously
he's the top of what he does. But how much would it be for him to come in on Fridays? Because that's when like the WMX guys
in the US
or WMX girls US series is on the Friday before the national.
Totally.
So I assume he's calling some of the like outdoor nationals or involved in some way for that. How cool would it be if he came out and he called the races?
So cool.
So cool.
Oh my God. It'd be so much more in depth than like, and like, can you imagine that televised and like properly done and media marketed?
That's just like a great step. Like him even mentioning Caitlin Clark, like that right there is a perfect example. If you take a person and you market them, they become a superstar. Yeah. No matter male, female, whatever, it's marketing.
I know that name. I know nothing about basketball. I couldn't even tell you what team she's on.
Marketing, baby.
I don't even think I could tell you one rule in basketball.
The ball has to go in the net.
Gotta go in.
It's gotta go in the net.
No net. But I know her because they market her great and like people want to look up to a female in sports. So I think that's super cool. So yeah, great for Adam to do that and call that out. And which this makes me think of, we talked about this. I think maybe even I messaged you after we listened to the Tawny Seagrave podcast. It was, what was it? I think it was maybe the
Ride Companion or something?
Ride Companion.
Yeah.
And she talked about in the UCI mountain bike that this new rule came in. Was it last year or was it just this year? I feel like it's maybe been there for a year or two.
Yeah.
Where they need like, isn't it a team point situation where they have to have elite male, elite female, and I think a junior male and a junior female.
Yeah.
Like, how great is that?
That
like,
is so great.
Obviously, that brings a whole nother like stress structure, and like you got to figure out budgets and whatever. But like, you got to like
You got the budget. Stop using that as an excuse. That's bullshit.
But how great would that be for as like, and there's 3. How great would that be maybe as like a triple crown thing? That would be something that we could maybe even mention.
This is something I mentioned to somebody today, and I think we've even talked about it. And I think maybe it was your idea now that I'm really thinking about it. It's
wait, we just talked about
something directly with Triple Crown that I think should have been done or should be done is they just introduced that new stages thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And if they want to promote, like everybody keeps saying, we want WMX to be involved. Like nobody straight up says to our faces, no, we don't want to do that. They all say, yeah.
But how
just
cool
empty
is that?
ass.
Because you could do a
How
like
cool
kind of
would
how
that
Crank
be?
Works crowns King and Queen of Crank Works. That would be sick.
Exactly. How cool would it be if they, with this new stages thing they've incorporated, they just include the WMX class?
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Dude, even they could do whether it's a team or a manufacturer, but your top 250, 450, and WMX, and that is your Triple Crown, whatever. You have a new name for it, like a Crank
There's your
Works
3.
King and
That's
Queen.
the triple you were
That's the triple.
big worried about.
Triple, and then they all have a crown because they're the top.
Yep.
It's like
See,
a
there's
king
a
and
great-
queen. Kings and queen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would,
that'd
be,
be
it would
cool.
be great. Even an amateur, like that would be a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
Like one amateur kids, you're growing the sport, like you're growing the next pros. WMX, like you just should include females. Females also fucking ride dirt bikes. It's not.
That'd be really
Rocket
cool.
science.
I think that's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep.
We're gonna keep coming up with these great ideas. Look at us, big brain moves over here.
Yeah.
Just like my head's hurting from all my big ideas today.
Yeah.
But and I feel like there's something else that we wanted to cover from this. I guess this is
The
coming.
teams. We were just. I think we were just chatting. Like this year, Kaylee Cares on the Triumph team.
I think
So that's
she's
pretty
I think
cool.
she's the only one out west that's confirmed for a team right now.
Yeah.
As far as we know. So if there is teams, if there is manufacturers that are got in talks with a female right now and it's happening, slide into the old SpecMoto DMs and give us the inside scoop so we can hype you up.
You think I'm not in the DMs with all these team
Slide in.
managers and
I'm
don't
just
know?
hoping that there's some more WMX gonna be announced.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
Not
but,
yet. Just right now, Kaylee Care. She's
Yeah.
holding it down for the fort.
She's holding it down, and she's a great rider. She's one that deserves it the most, I would say, in Canada right now. Sorry for all the girls that are listening that you think you prove it this year. I can't wait to see
Heck
it
yeah,
all.
2025. Let's do this.
But that's the thing is like 2025 is the perfect year to do it, in my opinion. If you're a team and maybe there is a little budget left or something, and this is a last ditch effort, but it's like Ev just retired. There's now an open spot for a champion, whether it's a Canadian, an American, Jamie's coming back just for the East, like the West.
Cool.
The West is an easy number one.
Yeah.
Like not to like
Yeah, but
sorta
it's three
It's
rounds. Yeah.
2 places.
Yeah. Logistically,
Why?
it's like not a-
logistically, it is so easy to throw a bike in the truck and bring and like don't come at me. It's harder than that. It's harder than that. What's harder? Call an M7 and be like, hey, I need some blue backgrounds. Oh, tough day in the office.
Yeah.
Come on, get your shit together.
We got some time.
You got some time.
We got some time. Couple weeks.
It's not like there's definitely dudes that are pulling things off in these couple weeks that are way more extravagant than throwing another WMX rider on your team.
So
And
hopefully we can, after June 1st, see what happens. I guess it'll be press conference before, so maybe we'll have a pod that releases in between that.
let's talk that. Top 5 press conference. Who are you picking?
For like, who can go on,
kind of throwing you up on the spot?
like top 5 of who's finishing, or who do I want at press
who do you
conference
want
to
at
talk?
press conference to talk?
Ooh, I guess,
Do you want me to start? I'll start.
yeah,
I'm going CL Ferguson. 'Cause she is
great speaker.
so well
Yeah.
spoken.
She's coming out. Yeah, she's coming
better
out.
be.
She's either way, she's coming out.
She'll at least-
Yeah, you're coming out to the
See,
race.
the thing is like even if they're racing the full East for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So maybe
like
if
you're
they come to
racing
Calgary.
WMX anyway. They're racing Calgary. I think they're racing Calgary.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see
after
what
that.
happens after
So
that. I
yeah,
don't know who
CL
knows.
for sure. Ferguson.
CL Ferguson, such a great spokesman
Yeah.
for the sport. Kaylee Care,
100%. Yeah.
Katie Ferguson.
Katie Ferg.
It might just
that'd
turn
be
into
cool.
a whole Ferguson fucking
Ferguson
clan up
debate.
there.
Yeah, because
Katie Ferguson. She ended the
great top
season.
rider.
Whoa. She ended the season flying. So like
Yeah, get her up there.
She's
and
like,
plus, we haven't really heard her like be able to like give her voice. So
this
like
would be
get
her
her voice
first
on
like
there.
presser. So like let's get her in front of some people. So that's 3. What about the other 2 Fergusons? Like they're still young, they're still working their way up. Has the finishes been there? I don't know if they've earned it yet. I think maybe work their way up.
I guess it'd be interesting to see who's confirmed for West, because sometimes we get some girls from all over that just like show up, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe we get some fast rippers.
Well, yeah, if there's like a US girl coming, that would be like maybe add that. But like, I don't know if any are coming for the West just because it overlaps. I think with WMX in the States. I would say, shoot, I just thought of another person. Oh, Destiny. Yeah, Destiny Slingerland.
Destiny,
I think,
especially local and obviously gonna race nationals.
Yeah,
and
Alberta kid. She's
gonna be top.
She's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I think this is gonna be her like breakout year. I thought maybe last year was gonna be her breakout year, but
and young, right? Like,
so young.
Yeah,
just a baby.
Yeah,
and I think because you're the spokesman for the sport, and I think to get you up there would be. And I'm not saying this as like a fill-in. I'm saying genuinely.
I'd be stoked to speak for the sport for sure.
I think you should, just because you can speak to so many.
Obviously, I don't
levels
have
of the sport
that much of a result base from last year.
Not from last year, but you have national numbers.
I've raced
you have a couple number 3s in there. What's your top finish? 3 or 2?
3.
Oh, that's
2 number 3s.
Just for a moto though, what's your top moto finish?
Oh, I think 3.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
cool.
Yeah,
I've been racing the series for I think 11 years.
100%. You deserve to be on that. You should have been on it last year. I was a little pissed that you weren't.
Let's do it. I want those hot questions.
So that's the 5. That's my 5.
Let's do it.
That's the right 5.
Before, let's see. But yeah, there'll be a press conference.
Yeah,
I want some questions. I want those hot questions.
We don't even know if WMX is included in the presser yet or not. But we can assume.
Let's hope. If not, we'll do our own.
Yeah, we fucking will.
Berms Brews presser. We got 3 mics. We'll share them. We got the setup here, so we'll have them on the
do
pod.
it here.
Well, it'd be cool. Probably have some of the girls on as guests during this series.
Because I think a lot of people would stay between Calgary and Cold Lake in Calgary.
Yeah,
or at least like within.
So we got to figure out some fun stuff.
I really I got too much on my plate already, so I don't need to be adding.
You're like,
to
let's
it,
add one more thing.
Really want to do something fun during that like Monday or Tuesday because everybody's gonna be here.
Do something, go somewhere.
Yeah, like plan like a fun day.
Like
something.
off bike.
Yeah, probably like a launch pad or like a go-kart or like a
dude, even like Windsport would be open too, and they rent bikes or like have that like downhill luge and stuff. Lots of fun stuff. The luge. We might lose all of our top nationals.
Every rider out. That would be a bad idea.
That would be a bad idea.
That would be.
But yeah, they rent mountain bikes and then they shuttle you up the hill and stuff.
That would be cool to like go on a big mountain bike with like a bunch of people.
Yeah. Or if people just bring their mountain bikes, go to like Bragg Creek or Fish Creek or whatever.
Yeah. I bet a lot of people would. You're going to be out here for at least 2-3 weeks if you're coming from the east.
I say we plan it. Let's go have some fun.
There's the Berms thing on the, what is it, Wednesday or Thursday before Nationals?
That one, we got our Berms thing. That's before West Cans.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
So we'll have, mixed it up. And that'll be pump track before West Cans, right? So it's like, let's go have some fun on the Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be like Stampede Sneaky Peek is that Thursday usually, right? So like let's do some
denim
like
on denim
cowboy stuff at the pump track. Why not? Best cowboy outfit.
Oh, that would be
leather
fun.
Jacket, cowboy boots,
bedazzled.
Oh yeah,
belt
some
buckles.
jeans, high heel jeans. Well, you did you found jean boots last year.
Oh yeah, remember those? Weren't they like outrageously expensive?
They were very outrageous. I think they were like $600.
Yeah, they were like.
Yeah, maybe we gotta do a little Stampede cowboy theme for our pump track.
Yeah,
our
that'll be
Berms
fun.
meet. Why not? Why not be stupid on bikes?
Always.
Oh,
that's my life goal.
That's what it is.
That's what I live for.
But yeah, so this pod's gonna launch, and then we're gonna be right at Super Series round 3 and 4 in Calgary at Wild Rose MX.
Yep.
And we've got, I think it's either Easter Hill track on the Saturday, and then maybe a surprise. Like hybrid track on Sunday. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Do you have predictions, or do you know so you can't have predictions?
I don't actually fully know, but I believe it's the surprise is a hybrid track out of the 3 big tracks. Don't worry, whoever just commented mini moto track on the Wild Rose social media. It ain't that. I promise you that. Extreme beginner mixed with mini moto. It's not.
I saw that.
I don't know. Somebody's like mini moto question mark.
Sick.
Did you imagine 400 entries on the mini moto?
Honestly,
You could imagine. You're like, this would be great. And you know what? We have raced like Tuesday night mini motos. I used to race those all the time.
I think
Let's
it's going to
go.
be main track, east track connected after that triple down thing. Turn right into there. I was like eyeing it up this weekend.
Seeing
too. I
where
was
all
like,
like the fences are. Yeah. It's either main and east or hill and east.
Somebody said that they've done that one before, and I can't even imagine how that. Oh, down in that section,
And then I think you'd reverse a bit of the hill, so it's kind of like figure that out.
That makes way more
know what'd
sense.
be
I
really
couldn't figure
cool?
it out until just now.
We were all sitting. It was like Charlie. Who else was talking about this? Oh, I think it was Charlie and T was saying that we should just do like in the fall, like a super fun like GP. Like you loop all three together, but maybe you could like split it as like a sprint enduro, or maybe it's like a 1 hour moto per
Or like a team race or something.
like something, but like
Ooh.
where it's like more of like a fall for fun. Everyone's like chilling, hanging out.
like a day in the dirt style thing.
We should come up with some ideas, make that happen.
We really should.
It'd be fun.
That would be fun. Can we rent the track and just like run it ourselves, or is that not a possibility?
Oh yeah, email at wildrosemx.com with your idea.
That would be cool. If,
But it'd be cool
like,
to do like something like that, and
you
like
can rent
come
the whole
up, like
thing.
figure out logistically.
Mhm.
Well, I think like they do the turkey scramble over the whole thing, so I think maybe like if we came up with like a super fun idea, right?
Like lay it out perfectly,
Yeah.
parking, everything safe.
Yeah, wouldn't that be so much fun?
Maybe we
And like
do need to
max
get
the
on that.
riders, like then you could have like either it could be like an hour moto of like whatever. I think that'd be cool, whether it's this year or next year.
That would be cool. We
We're
should get
running
that
on
lined up.
limited time.
Yeah,
We need to save
we
this
need to
park.
get-
We need to race this park. We need to relocate. We need all these things done.
There's so much.
Yeah, but we love it. We're working.
We love it.
But yeah, so yeah, come on out to the races. Come spectate. If you're not from Calgary, follow us on social.
Yep. Come out. Nationals are
Yeah.
coming. Super Series is happening. Super Series is a cool one. It's like a fun, chill vibe. Fun times.
Fun times all around.
Fun times all around.
And yeah, and people are watching Supercross in their pits. So yeah, come on out. But yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
did you? Oh yeah, you left.
I slept.
Do you ever stay the night at the track?
Not usually. And I'm really
Why?
well, I really wanted to shower this time. And if I didn't, my pipes would have been frozen in my trailer and I wouldn't have been able to shower because it froze overnight.
Oh really?
Dude, I guess it was crazy windy after the races. Did you see all the pit tents that were destroyed?
No.
Yeah, I guess it was like crazy. Like trailers were shaking. Like,
Really?
like people were like, thank God I had my jacks down because it was.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
no idea.
But I would say we just got to like get the trailer set up for sleeping.
Would you sleep there during nationals?
Usually not because people are partying.
Oh, that would be
These
my bad.
stupid parties. No, I'm just kidding.
My bad.
I live so close.
Really?
I'm spoiled. I'm
You are spoiled.
City.
But in Cold Lake, you'll obviously
oh
stay
yeah,
the
we
night.
camping. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love camping.
Me too.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
it's great, especially at the races.
That is
Just
literally
slapping high
racing. It's
fives.
like nothing's better than just
So good.
taking a little stroll through
Yeah,
the
that's
pits
why I
with a
love
bevy.
going to like BC. You get to drive through these beautiful places and then go
Oh, yeah,
camp.
remember in BC,
It
we
is
like ended
vacation.
up watering the track in
Yeah.
the middle of the night.
Vacation.
That's the
Yeah.
best. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, come on out.
Yeah.
You can camp too.
Yeah, it's fucking cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Well, I
I'm
guess-
happy they raised their prices to $5.
Yeah.
I wish they raised it to 10.
Crazy pricing to get in. $5 if you want to come
$5
spectate.
to get in all day of
All
entertainment.
day entertainment.
Sunday dress warm, Saturday.
Yeah. I
Wow.
think this weekend's going to be really nice. It's going to be a hot one. So bring your sunscreens.
Definitely bring sunscreen. Like I fucked up. Like my neck
Canadians,
is so
we just
burnt.
get sunburned
I think
crazy at once.
everybody got burnt though. Like on
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, I was like looking around. I was like, oh
Toasted.
yeah,
Everyone
everybody
has
did.
like, even if you're racing, you have this like terrible.
like neck burn.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Did you put sunscreen on?
No, of
Oh.
course not.
Well, you're like the
My-
prepared one. If you didn't, how is anybody else expected
Everyone's sunburnt
to?
now.
You're fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, come on out. We'll be at the races for sure, and then our next pod will be after the final round, so we'll be
Oh,
able to talk about all of our Berms rewards and everything. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure because we're every 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
Don't-
Right after that week.
Yeah.
That Thursday after, I think it comes out.
Yeah.
Probably.
well, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to our listeners. And yeah, slide into our DMs if you got questions, comments, notes, you want us to cover something, you got some fun facts.
Yeah.
We love
if you have
hearing it
anything
all.
that you want us to talk about,
Yeah, we love hearing all this
input.
stuff.
We'll give her
Yeah,
input.
especially fun little races and stuff and events.
Yeah, like
and all
local
this
races.
stuff.
Like I think last time we talked about races up north.
Yeah.
If you're up north, tell us about it.
Give us those hot tips.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.